So you want to start the ketogenic lifestyle? I got your introduction to ketogenics right here. First and foremost, with keto, you have to remove the idea that fat is bad, all right? I know it has been ingrained into our brains since the beginning of time. Well, not the beginning of time, because let me see, the cavemen, they knew how it was done. Back then, they didn't have the food at the ready. They didn't have grocery stores. They had to store their fats and actually utilize them for energy when the time comes. Most people are terrified to live this lifestyle because all their life they have been told that fat is bad. It's gonna lead to high cholesterol. You're gonna have a heart attack. You're gonna die. Don't eat fat. Please get rid of the fat. Low fat this, low fat that. That's wrong. That's the wrong way of thinking. It's completely backwards. Even my mother and grandmother thought that I was nuts when I started this diet. They're like, oh my God, you're eating bacon every day? What are you doing to yourself? You're gonna kill yourself. Bacon is specifically just something that I love, but they thought I was nuts. You're gonna hear that from a lot of people who don't really understand. You see, studies have shown already that our way of thinking from the past, that was completely wrong. Butter is good for you. The fat is good for you. But let me tell you, fat really isn't the enemy. It's carbs. Carbs are a lot like drugs. You know, the bad drugs, the hard drugs. They affect actually the same part of the brain that cocaine does, the reward center. They send out these signals and like, oh, you want carbs, you want to eat that fat, you want that bread, you want that sugar. It sends you that out because you're going to have that satisfaction after you indulge. When you start the ketogenic lifestyle, it's almost like going into rehab. You're basically gonna have those symptoms of withdrawal. Some people are lucky enough to not experience them at all. For me personally, I actually had what I like to call the Keto Flu for about a week and a half. But it differs from people. It could be from 1 day, 2 days, to even 2 weeks. It just depends on how you are, how your body works, because everyone is different. And you know, for most people, this is actually the most difficult part of the ketogenic diet. But if you persevere, I guarantee you will see results. Just like every lifestyle change, it takes commitment. If you really are committed and you want this to happen, it will happen. And from all the other fad diets, everything else that I've seen out there, this is the one that worked for me. This is the one that I was able to stick with and still enjoy a fantastic lifestyle. Every meal is delicious, packed with fats, proteins, and minuscule amounts of carbs. Because there's going to be carbs in everything here and there. And it's fine to have a small percentage, but really, please, stay away from those sugars and carbs. You do not want them. But yeah, like I said, I went through the ketogenic flu, the keto flu, for about a week and a half. But after I was done with it, things just opened up for me. My life felt changed. I felt like I was finally in control of my life. I can control when I eat. I wasn't as hungry anymore, and I could tell that my body was actually burning fat. I felt the fat shedding off of me. Like I said before, I used to be close to 285 pounds. Right now, I feel this is my midway point. But I'm gonna continue hitting this hard, and I need to share this because I love the ketogenic lifestyle, and I'll preach it. I live by this. So during this period, this keto flu period, whether you experience it or not, there is a period of time where your body is making the switch. All right? You have stored carbs in your body. Those carbs are called glycogen. The glycogen are basically stored up in your body, and your goal is to exhaust them. You exhaust them from walking, working out, just doing your daily activities. Once you have exhausted all the glycogen, your body will be like, all right, I've had enough. Okay, sure. We'll go ahead and use a different fat source. At this point is when your body clicks on to keto. It starts transforming your fat in your body into ketones. Now the ketones are now used for energy. The energy goes through your muscles, to your brain, to every part of your body. You are now a fat burning machine. Now, if you're ready and you really want to get started, It's as simple as cutting out the sugars and carbs. Just follow these macros. You want to have about 75% of fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. Now, yes, the ideal way to lose weight is to put your body in a calorie deficit, but that really isn't the problem here. You want to switch your body first into keto. You want it to be in a state of ketosis. That is your goal right now. So a lot of us that live the American diet, we are really used to overeating. We're used to eating a lot more than we should. So when you start the keto diet, don't change that. Eat until you are full, but stick to these percentages. If you stick to those percentages, you'll do great. You'll switch over to ketosis and start shedding the weight. Now, after a while on keto, people start to see a slowdown in their weight loss. That's because the first 2 weeks on keto, you're gonna lose a lot of water weight. A lot of that water is stored up. And this is for almost every fad diet out there. You lose the weight and you're happy. But after like the third, fourth week, you only notice like 1 or 2 pounds going off. Well, you know, that's still progress, but people get discouraged because most of their diets they can't maintain. They're not happy. And this is another reason why I do not call keto a diet. It's a lifestyle change. Because when you do a diet, this is what happens to your body. Your stomach creates this hunger hormone called ghrelin. Now what ghrelin does, it sends signals up to your brain telling it it needs to eat. And then you feel more hungry and more hungry and more hungry. And then your diet fails because you eat and then you just don't care. So when you're hungry, go ahead and eat. Just follow these percentages. I'm finally at a point where I don't feel hungry. I know I need to eat, so I eat. And I make sure I get my calories and my percentages in every day. And when I eat good. A lot of these meals that I eat, here, take a look. I've had hamburgers, I've had wings, delicious, delicious morning breakfast. I love breakfast. So I have my eggs and bacon, and I love it. A lot of these foods are fantastic for a ketogenic lifestyle. Which brings me on to my next step. Another way to stay on track, try to prep your meals ahead of time. Have a meal prep set up, maybe a week at a time. Go ahead and figure out those 5 to 10 meals that you love and make them. Create them at home. And when you make food at home, for some reason, for me at least, it just comes out so much better. I also love cooking. If you don't love cooking, it's still possible to follow a ketogenic lifestyle while eating out as well. A lot of these places nowadays have become pretty keen to the idea of keto or low carb. You just have to say you want something low carb or just remove the bun. You remove the bun, make it a lettuce wrap, you're set. Just remember, try avoiding those breads and try avoiding those sugars. Another thing that will help you stay on the ketogenic lifestyle is accountability. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell them what you're doing, and hopefully they'll be able to support you. They'll see little by little. Even if they are skeptical at first, you stick to it. Once you start shedding that weight, they're like, oh, what's he doing? And then these people can help you along to reach your goal. And if you would like, on KetoCris.com, you can sign up to my newsletter and I'll send you out weekly reports on the ketogenic diet, updates on recipes that I've used, and also check up on you to make sure that you are still sticking to it. Because together, as this community grows, we will all reach our goals. I believe it. You may think this is a little weird, but just thinking positively, thinking that you will reach that goal, or not even thinking, knowing it in your brain, knowing that you will make it, that positive thinking will push you forward and get you to where you need to be. So start thinking positively. It helped me, and it could help you. So thank you all for watching. Remember, let's keep eating, and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.